This is an open letter to my pink skin friends. Uh, Here's the thing. First of all, let me say that I love you. I love Uncle Sam and I love all my pink skin friends. But, and the purpose of these videos are basically to inform you of things that you might be not informed or misinformed. So that's just it. It's sort of like I'm giving you my perspective. These videos are not meant to cause any other effect except to provide you a perspective of a brown skinned guy from a shithole in the Middle East. Just providing you with a different perspective. My perspective. Here's the thing, folks. First of all, let me start with why I prefer to call you pink skin. I got this term. I didn't make up this term myself. I picked it up from a episode of Star Trek, and it makes sense to me. It made sense to me, and therefore I'm using it. Why? First of all, it's a very descriptive definition of white people. My white people friends, you're not white. A piece of paper is white. You're not white. You're pink. To be very descriptive, to give an exact definition of something by what exactly it is. It's pink skin, I am light brown skin, and the black people that you call black are actually dark brown skin. There are people with a red tinge in their skin. Those are the redskins, as you call them so descriptively. And there are Orientals whose skin has a milky yellow tinge to it, and yellow skin. Let's go with yellow skin. But these are not meant as a derogatory term. These are meant to be very descriptive. That's one. Two, why use pink skin and dark brown skin instead of white and black? For the simple reason that culturally, white and black have a very particular baggage, very particular definition, very particular associations to it. As you know, white is basically representative what is good and pure and clean, and black is representative of what is shady and bad and unclean and unholy. And you can go as far back as the yin and yang symbol, which is it's like thousands and thousands of year old symbol from China, Japan, one of these two, very oriental, very old symbol, and I think it's Chinese. So basically it's the white and the black, mixed in a circle. And what does that represent? The white, represents what is good, and the black represent what is bad. You can start from yin and yang symbol, and you can come to the, modern era where we have, cowboys in the white hat and the cowboys in the black hat, and no prize in guessing, who are the good guys and who are the bad guys. The white cowboys are the good guys, and the black cowboy hats are the bad guys. So these associations that we have given to white and black are very heavy. So calling one race as white race and the other race as a black race, or anybody who's not a white race is, different shades of black, not a good idea, because you're starting the conversation, any conversation that starts with white people and black people, it's a one-sided conversation. You're not starting a conversation on an even field, on an even hand. You're not starting a conversation with, evenly, because this of association of colors that they have with good and bad, pure and impure, is gets in the way of starting a even-handed conversation, fair conversation. And we can get into why white is associated with good, is because we as animals, we are the kind of animals that are day dwellers. So white is a color representation of light, which is during day. We are day dwellers because, with our main, sensory input is through eyes. And since we are day dwellers, our main sensory input is through the eyes, and we like days. We don't like nights so much because we are helpless, because we cannot see in the night. We are helpless in the night, and we are very afraid of nights. When there is the absence of light, makes us very afraid because we become helpless. Traditionally, we became helpless before the night vision goggles and night vision cameras. Before that, we were helpless during the night. So we associate, because we were helpless and we were in danger from all kinds of enemies during the night. Nature attacked us during the night and we were helpless. So we associated darkness with bad and danger and evil and whatever, and we associated day, light, or its color representation, color white, as good and pure and holy, and we can defend ourselves, we can see our enemies, and we can, it's safe. White is safety, and black, darkness, is unsafe. The reason is simple came down to the fact that we are day dwellers. If, however, we were, evolved, if we had evolved from the bat, who are, much more comfortable during the night, very weak eyes but sensitive echolocation, then in that, I'm sure in the culture of a species that has evolved from bats, black would be the color of, security, and because other creatures are helpless, they can't see them and attack them, but the bats are very comfortable during darkness, during the times that are dark, and therefore they are in control. The bat is in control at night, is safe at night, can hunt at night. So therefore, in a bat culture, the color black, for example, if the bats evolve into, very intelligent creatures like humans in another planet, let's say, then they have, they prefer the color black. So the color black would become, supposedly, fictitiously, if we think about it, the color black would become holy to them and clean and great and whatever, and color white and anything to do with daylight and anything associated with day, including the color white, would be considered as evil and bad and dangerous because other predators can see you and attack you. Anyway, now the way that we are on this planet, the way that our species is, that is day dwellers, and we prefer day, and we prefer light, and we prefer presence of light, therefore we are very biased towards the color white. So calling one branch of our, one branch of humanity as white people, and the other branches as different shades of black, black and brown and light brown and brown, light black and light, that's not fair. That's putting the white people above and beyond everybody else, just because, we associate these colors with different we have different cultural associations with these colors. So I say it's not a good idea to start a conversation with white people and black people. We should learn to be very descriptive and start the conversation with pink skins, dark brown skins, light brown skins, yellow skins, red skins. Because these colors do not have too much of a cultural association with them, historical association with them, cultural bias. There is no cultural bias towards or against pink. There is no cultural bias towards or against brown. Anyway, that's that. So I'm not trying to. I use pink skin not as a derogatory. Not in a derogatory way. And I'm not trying to disparage anybody. My white people. I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm just trying to be very descriptive and try to stay away from cultural biases, historical cultural biases that we have for color white and against color black. That's that. The question of, I want to turn to question of white replacement. That is the question is going around. White replacement, or as I would prefer to say it, pink skin replacement. Here's the thing, folks. A ant colony that's in the ground. What happens if you cup your hand, take some water in your hand, and pour it down the opening of an ant colony in the ground. If you cup your hand and put some water in your hand and you pour it down an ant colony, opening of an ant colony in the ground, and you keep your hand there, what happens? The ants will come out because they're drowning inside there. They're drowning. You poured water into their colony. They're doing their thing, however primitive, however unintelligible to you, however backwards. They're ants. They're shit. They're doing their thing over there. But it's you who decides to, pour water down their colony for whatever reason. Maybe you're farming there and you need their colony to farm, do something very good. Let's say you're planning on doing something great, as Mr. Trump put it. Even if you're planning on having big plans of doing something great, and because of that you're ruining the ant colony, the ants are going to come out. Some of them are going to start biting you, and some of them are just going to, go up your hand, try to seek safer grounds. Elevation means, there's less chance of drowning to the ant. So they seek higher ground, go up your hand, they seek higher ground to stay safe and stay alive, and some of them they are protectors of the colony. They start biting your hand. That's a very simple thing. I'm not sure what part of it would be hard for people to understand. That's very simple, right? Very simple observation. The same thing is happening to red skin areas of this planet, brown skin areas of this planet, black skin areas of this planet, that the pink skins, traditionally it was only the European pink skins that attacked other areas of this planet recently, during the past 200-300 years. And unfortunately, Uncle Sam's managers have become part of the old colonial guard of Europe, And for the past, let's say, 100, 150 years, Uncle Sam's managers have, have joined the club of pink skin managers, European pink skins, who have this tradition of going and, trying to conquer other races, from East Asia to Africa to America, South America, Central America, North America, anywhere and everywhere has been fair game for the European pink skins to go and try to conquer, take over, colonize, control, have influence over. And Uncle Sam's managers have joined this conquering club, this colonial club of Europeans, through, let's say, NATO. Recently through NATO, but previously through different programs, have joined the Europeans in their colonial quest. Now, and it's not difficult to understand that what happens when you go and under different pretexts. Doesn't matter what kind of pretext you have. To simply put, 200 years ago, the pink-skinned Europeans invaded Africa and Asia and Americas and South and North America under the pretext of we are going over there to civilize them. That was the pretext, that they're uncivilized, we are going in to civilize them. And therefore that justified killing and raping and taking over and colonizing and extracting the resources to send back home to Europe. That justified it. It's sort of like we bring them civility and they give us rubber. We bring them civility and they give us, we take ivory and gold and diamonds and rubber and whatever else, spices and all of that. So, but more recently, they don't use that pretext anymore that we're going to take civility to them. They're using the pretext of we are going there to bring them a better government or a better economy. We are attacking, for example, in case of Vietnam. Vietnam was a British trying to take over a piece of land and a population in East Asia. Now, a lot of you don't know much geography, so if your education is lacking, that's another reason that they're trying to make you, not understand what's going on. That's therefore they don't educate you. To put it simply, France is on one side of planet Earth, and the education is so fucking bad that some people start thinking that Earth is flat. So if Earth is flat, how can you explain that France is on one side of the planet Earth and Vietnam is on the other side of the fucking planet Earth? But again, apparently education is not important, but a $55 billion, missile program is important, but education is not. Okay, fine. France is on east coast of Atlantic Ocean and Vietnam is on the west coast of Pacific Ocean. These are two oceans on two sides of the United States. France is on the east coast of on the west coast, on the east coast of Atlantic, and Vietnam was on the west coast of Pacific. So it is what it is. Yeah, France is on east coast of Atlantic and Vietnam is, you can say, also on the east coast of Pacific. Anyway, my point is this. They are on two sides of the fucking planet. How is it that the French decide, give themselves the right, the French are pink skin, give themselves the right to go over there on the other side of the planet and try to have influence. Pick a friend on the ground and say, you are my friend, we are together. Oh, I want to have influence here. I want to have a colony here. How is that possible unless you're in a race war? Here is, and then the French left, and basically the idea of, okay, we're going to civilize. The French were saying to their own people that we're going to civilize the Vietnamese. That's why we are attacking the Vietnamese. Then they didn't win the war. Uncle Sam's managers took over, and now the line that they gave people was that, oh, we are going there to give them a new form of economy. We are against the form of economy that they have. We're going to go give them a new economy. The communist form of economy we don't like. We think it's wrong. So we're going to give them a new economy. That's why we're attacking them. We're bombing them because we don't like the economy, the kind of economy that they have chosen. Folks, I hate to tell you this, but if other people choose a form of economy or a form of government, if it's wrong, it will not work out. Eventually they will give up and they will change. There is no need for military intervention. If they have chosen a wrong leader, like in case of Iraq, if they have chosen, in your view, a wrong form of economy, in case of Vietnam, if it's the bad leader or a bad form of economy, it will not work out on its own. There is no reason for attack. There is no reason for sanctions. There is no reason for embargoes, because sanctions and embargoes are also a different form of war, or economic war. So if what those people on the other side of the fucking planet are doing, if it's wrong in your view, it will not work out. You don't need to apply extra force and extra pressure to them to show that it's not working. What are you afraid of? If you say it's a bad system, it will not work out. You can let it be. Eventually it will not work out, and eventually the people will change their system. There's no reason to attack anybody just because you say, sanction or embargo anybody just because you say, oh no, we think they're choosing a wrong path, therefore we're going to embargo them, sanction them, and attack them. If embargoes and sanctions don't work, we're going to fucking physically go over there and kick their ass because their system is wrong. They have chosen the wrong system. What the fuck? They have chosen the wrong system. Eventually the system will not work out for them. Then they will change. There's no reason for attacking anybody, sanctioning or embargoing anybody. Bad system, it will not work out on its own. Leave it the fuck alone. Here's what my pink-skinned friends, here's what what the thing is when you say we're going to have a race war. We pink-skins are going to declare a race war, and we're going to attack people who are not pink-skinned, who are supposedly who are here to replace us. When you say these non-pink skins are here to replace us and we're going to declare a race war to prevent them from replacing us, first of all, you have to ask yourself, why are they here? It wasn't, I can assure you that your managers haven't brought the pink skin, the brown skins and the yellow skins and the dark brown skins and the rest. They haven't. Their objective is not to replace you with these guys. These guys coming to what you call your lands at any given time is because their homes have been destroyed by your managers. Let me give you an example. The Vietnam War happens under the pretext of let's go over there and kick their ass because they have chosen a wrong form of economy. This communist economy, and we don't agree with it, we're going to attack it. That's a wrong form of economy. Well, to be frank, attacking Vietnam, whether the French attacked it or then Uncle Sam's managers took over that war and attacked Vietnam, that was a race war on its own. It's like your managers declare race war on other countries, and then when the people of those countries seek asylum and seek refuge on what you consider your lands, you, the population of these lands, the pinkskins of the land, want to declare war on those people who are coming to your land and seeking refuge. Your managers set fire to their colonies, the yellow skin colonies. Some of the yellow skins seek refuge in your land, and you feel that these guys, your managers, are trying to replace you with these yellow skins, with these brown skins, with these black skins. No, that's just a side effect. Your managers are not trying to replace you. They're pink skin, you're pink skin. They're not trying to replace you with the brown skin and the black skin and the yellow skin and the red skin. No, they're not. That's just a side effect of their own race war against the yellow skin in their land, against the brown skin in their land, against the black skin in their land. So as a result of the race war that your governments in Europe and North America conduct against the black skin and the red skin and the brown skin, as a result of that, some of the black skin and the red skin and the brown skin and the red skin run away as a result of those race wars, run away and seek asylum, seek refuge in the pink skin land, which results in you thinking, my pink skin friends, that your government is trying to replace you with these motherfuckers, with these redskins. These are the motherfuckers who have been running away from your government's race war. If you leave the fucking ant colony, however primitive they are, if you leave it alone, the ants will not come up your hand, try to seek refuge up your hand, because the ants try to seek refuge by coming up your hand because you poured water down their colony. That's an unintended consequence of pouring water down an ant colony, is that some of the ants are going to come up your arm. That's an unintended consequence. That's a side effect. But my pink-skinned friends, you look at the situation that you see, yes, just look at it. There are like a couple of million Vietnamese people in North America. Where did they come from? Vietnam. Why did they come? Because Vietnam was, in war with the pinkskins from Europe and then from North America attacked Vietnam. Were fighting Vietnamese on their own land for many years, for decades. So a lot of those people who were living over there sought refuge in North America and Europe. That's just like the ants that seek refuge going up your arm, because you destroyed their home. This is not hard to understand. Your leaders, my pink-skinned friend, are not trying to replace you intentionally. That's an unintentional effect of raising other people's home to the ground on the other side of the planet. Some of them find their way to your place. Give you another example. CIA had a coup d'etat in Iran and went against the will of the people and put a dictator in charge. After 25 years of the dictator being in charge, the last Shah of Iran, there was a revolution. Eventually the people, didn't want a dictator who was a puppet of foreign powers in charge. So they went through a revolution, and it was a shitty situation, and blah blah blah. A lot of people lost their life. So a lot of these brown people went seek refuge in Europe and North America, what you consider as your land, my pink-skinned friend. Mind you, let's be frank, North America or South America, nowhere in America is really a pink-skinned land. This land used to belong to the Redskins, and again, by race war declared by the poor in the Redskin inhabitants of North and South America, the pinkskins of Europe, again, your leaders declared war, a race war on Americas, just like they declared a race war in Australia. That's just like they declared a race war in New Zealand. Anywhere that the indigenous people are not pink-skinned, and now they are the rulers of the place are pink-skinned. That's a place that the pink-skins have won through a race war. The race war is not a new thing, my pink-skinned friends, that you want to declare inside North America. We're going to declare a race war. This is not a new thing. As we speak, your governments are in a race war on the other side of the planet. You think it's an accident that the pink-skin run Australia and the pink-skin run North America have entered into an agreement like NATO? They call that AUKUS, and now in order to contain the yellow skin of East Asians inside their own land, they're trying to contain them. They're trying to enforce their will upon the fucking locals in Asia. This is pinkskins declaring a race war. The war in Iraq was a race war. Pinkskins wanted influence in that area of land that was called Iraq. It was a race war. Attack on Afghanistan, it was a race war. Pinkskins wanted influence and control over Afghanistan. Afghanistan was not pink-skinned. These guys are pink-skinned. They declare war, one-sided war, they attack. Because of one person, you take over the whole fucking country? Really? That's you can call that nothing but a race war. Every war, if you have some issues with your neighbors, that's one thing. That's probably over, boundaries of border. But when people from one side of the planet go to the other side of the planet, where the local people are not the same color, that's a race war. I don't care what you call it. You can call it, we are trying to go over there and civilize them. You can call it, we are trying to go over there and change their form of economy because we don't agree with that. You can call it, we think they have a bad leader, we're going to go over there and change their leader. They're all race wars. None of it is correct. The correct answer is these are pinkskins, they're stronger, they have made bigger and better and stronger weapons. They're going over there to take over some land and have influence over those lands, and specifically because their locals are not pink-skinned. There are some shithead black skins, brown skins, light brown skins, dark brown skins, yellow skins, red skins, and the pink-skins feel they should have control over all of them. End of story. And then the tragedy is that your government, your managers declare race. They don't declare race war, but we all know it's a race war. Have race war against other areas on planet Earth which are not inhabited by pinkskins, and many of them, some of them, go through hell to seek refuge in the pink-skin lands, and then you pink-skin average folks feel threatened, feel that you're being replaced, and then you want to declare race war on your own land against these newcomers. Well, the newcomers would have stayed in their fucking hole, shithole, if their shithole wasn't being in the process of being razed to the ground by your own government, by your own pink skin government, because they're conducting their own race war at international level. Example, it doesn't even have to be physical war, economic war. When as Cuba, let's talk about Cuba. Cuba has been under sanctions for 70 years, 80 years now, and there are so many Cubans. Yes, Cubans have replaced, let's put it this way, the Redskins of Cuba have replaced the Pinkskins in Miami and half of Florida. Yes, there's actual replacement of the Pinkskins have happened in at least southern Florida. Why? Because of your own governments, your own managers, my pink-skinned friend, in America, that has declared economic war towards the Redskins of Cuba, and have caused many Cubans to run away and seek refuge in the pink-skin land. It can't be as, it's right in front of you. I can't explain it any simpler than this. If economic race war had not been declared by Uncle Sam's managers towards the Redskins of Cuba, you wouldn't see so many Cubans, populating southern Florida. You wouldn't see that. They've run away from Cuba because Cuba has been under embargo for 70 years, 80 years. Situation is tough, economy is tough, so they leave their homeland to go where the pinkskins are. Let me give you another. Let me describe it in another way so you perfectly understand. What happens in a neighborhood? Imagine a neighborhood. What happens if you have an arsonist in a neighborhood? Different homes start burning down. And once you realize there is an arsonist, you know where the safest place in this neighborhood is going to be? The safest place in this neighborhood that has an arsonist is going to be the arsonist's own home. The safest house in the neighborhood is going to be the arsonist's own home. So if you're smart, you go to the arsonist's home and you seek shelter there, you seek refuge there, because you know that this arsonist may set fire to every home in this neighborhood, but he's not going to set fire to his own house. And this is the answer. This is the answer to a lot of these, red hot pinkskins who say, yes, we are the greatest country in the world. America is the greatest country in the world, which I think is a very good country. Not to say that to be sure, it's a very good country, United States, very orderly, very good. But when some of these guys say, oh, the reason so many people from all around the world come here to America is because it's the greatest country in the world. Actually, no. The reason so many people from around the world come go to United States is the idea, is the same reason that you seek refuge in the arsonist home when there's an arsonist in the neighborhood. Because, you know, all the people in the neighborhood can, if possible, should seek refuge in the arsonist home. Because it's the safest place to be. Because they know arsonist is not going to set fire to his own house. That's the real reason you seek refuge. Many people from around the world have sought refuge in North America and Europe. That's the reason the black people from Africa keep moving and seeking refuge in Europe. Because European pinkskins have set fire to Africa for a couple of centuries now. They are still at it. The French troops are still in Africa, supposedly trying to bring peace. Yeah. They're still selling arms to Africa to their friends. They pick some shithead and they pick him as friends. Oh, you are our friend now. Here are some, you know, arms, and go declare war on your enemy and use their arms. And they're trying to, by selling arms, they're trying to buy influence. Same as always, colonialism. You sell arms to your friend in that shithole. Your friend, if your friend wins the fight, you're going to have influence with him, and he's going to be the leader of that shithole, so you're on good terms with that shithead. So you have influence over that shithole. Indirect influence. Not a direct colonialism, but an indirect colonialism. An influence over the land. Same thing. They sell arms to Africa, hand over fist. They support friends in Africa, and therefore Africa is always in war. And if nothing else works out, they attack themselves. Iraq, Afghanistan, Vietnam, Korea, Somalia. If the, you know, your friends, if the pink-skinned friends on the ground is not the winner of the battle, the pink-skins managers, the pink-skin governments get involved themselves. Libya. To have control over the brown-skin land, over the black-skin land, over the red-skin land, over the yellow-skin land. It's all about control and money. And yes, and some of these poor bastards on the ground that have got stuck in wars that have been created by the pink skin run away to the same people who have created these wars, to the pink skin lands. So you have, you know, example, Algeria was a French colony for decades, century or so. Algeria is in North Africa, France is in Southern Europe. Very close. They took control of the land in Africa. And Algerians didn't want to be a colony of France. So for decades they fought each other on Algerian soil. What was the result? Many Algerians left their home, that could find a fucking boat, left their homes for France. Basically saying that, okay, you fucked up my home, I'm gonna come and live in your home. Therefore, France has a large minority of Algerians living there. Also, basically, every one of these European countries have a large minority of their old colonies living in their own in their own country in Europe, and new people arriving every day from Africa, from Asia, wherever the pink-skins governments are attacking, creating trouble, setting fire to people's homes. Some of those people find their way to the pink-skin lands to seek safety. Is that difficult to understand? I mean, you look at it from an alien perspective, folks. Don't look at it from a perspective of a person living on Earth. being part of this shithole. Look at it from outside. It's clear. If the people of Afghanistan are left alone, nobody sells them arms, nobody tries to pick winners and losers over there, nobody tries to seek friends over there, prop up one terrorist group against another terrorist group, prop up one shithead against another shithead, sell arms to one shithead against the other shithead to fight against the other shithead. If Afghanistan is left alone, they will get by. Slowly they will evolve, and slowly they will find a way to coexist with their neighbors and coexist with their people. It just have to be left alone. Your government cannot go declare a race war. Well, get into an undeclared race war, which is really what it is. And then the people, and then the rest of the pink skin on the land be like, oh, but we don't want any of those motherfuckers coming into our land. Well, when you pour water down an ant colony, some of the ants are going to go up your arm. You can't help it. And it's very, it's very unconscionable to pour water down ant colony and then start killing the ants that go over your hand. That's basically eradication. Your government is trying to eradicate the people that are living there by the race war that is declaring on them, and you are trying to get rid of the few that seek refuge in your land. Sort of like, okay, that's an international race war, we eradicate them over there, and this is a a national war against the non-pink skins. We're gonna eradicate them over here. Is the point is eradication of every other race except the pink skins? You eradicated the redskins of Americas, at least North America, thoroughly. They eradicated the black skins of Australia thoroughly. Is this a pink skin planet? Do the rest of us have to just jump in the ocean? I mean, who's gonna make your music? Who's going to, play basketball for you? Who's going to cook Chinese food for you? Who's going to, teach you meditation? It's my pink skin friends, you're not the best at everything. God knows you cannot jump, you cannot dance, you cannot sing. You're not the best of everything. You cannot run. You're not the best of everything. You lack a lot of spiritual aspect. You lack a lot of physical aspects of other races, which are are better in those fields because they're built differently. Folks, it's this, the world of only white people, it becomes very mundane, very boring. A world of, get up in the morning and everybody just like looking just like you, walking just like you, talking just like you, acting, behaving just like you. It's not a world that is interesting. It's a world of robots. It's if you see everything that you expect, because because you're white and you only deal with only white people, and you see whatever you see is perfectly expected because that's what a white man would do or a white woman would do. That world becomes very boring very fast. It's like living with robots. They're all act and behave the same way. That's not an interesting life.